They'll probably say, where exactly are you going with this? I see you really trying to take it there. Old school flow, chew you out, ain't fair. Jordan pants don't...
Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Zod. Anyways, man, I try to like change the videos a little bit because people were like, "You're too much on war," and the whole thing going between the Israelis and the Palestinians, and the fact that it's real genocide going down. And I could go into it like with the whole like the Jewish dude died. You know what I mean? Because he got hit a little bit too hard by a protester. But then you got the other fool that did those to the four Palestinians. I don't know if he stabbed him or shot him. It was just something out of it's funny how things of that nature take place in this country, which is neither Israel or Palestine. Uh, and I try to bring awareness to it. You know what I mean? But I'm just gonna back up from that because at the end of the day, it's like a lot of videos. I'm telling you, man, they get snatched down. They don't even make it for your viewing pleasure. It's always something, whether it's bullying, whether it's not fact checking, which it's facts. Like the time that Israel was established, it's facts. The Rothschilds and the benefactor of, you know what I mean? It's like, and what it was before people called it Israel. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of stuff that goes into play that you can be fact checked and it proves, but due to YouTube's sensitive avoiding certain, that you see when they went that one time and said that if you're speaking ill of Ukraine, like they'll snatch your channel down and make sure any branding or anything of that nature where you could financially gain from is shut down because they felt like you shouldn't be talking about the Ukraine, which it's the United States and you have the right to speech. And as far as I know, Google may possibly be a U.S. company, which falls under certain. But I'm not gonna go into that. The whole reason I wanted to talk about this video, man, is because I see it every day on social media. The bickering between this female, this male, this black female, this black male, this and the train of thought. And then you have these simps that come on here and they're like, oh well, you should be doing this for females, you should be doing this for females. And I'm just gonna be brutally honest, regardless of how many queens I may have come across and seen in this lifetime, I still don't trust absolutely none of them. Like, I mean, occasionally you run into one that they're solid. They do things that give you that sense of security and just that all-encompassing feeling of like, damn, like this is that one. But then you really do your research on them, and I'm not one to really bring up the fact that chicks may have multiple bodies because at the end of the day, it's like they're not virgins when you met them. That's so unlikely to come across one of them. You got to literally probably go to a whole nother country in order to bag that. And then once you bag it, you don't really want it no more unless you're just one of those fools that's on the internet that pay millions of dollars just to take this person virginity, which is ludicrous because I could take that $1,000,000 and flip it and do other things and just take that and shift. You know what I mean? It's like not negative stuff, but just like there's so many things I can do with $1,000,000, and I'm not gonna, even if I had $1,000,000, I would never buy virginity. And that's not to stray from the whole reason I'm in this video, it's just to point out key things that just should really like I've literally been in situations to where I'll be entertaining a chick or a chick will be entertaining me and then find out that she has some dude somewhere that she's supposed to be loyal to and really putting her back into and everything that she holds dear into this particular individual, but she'll get on the phone and lie to him the whole time, and I'll be sitting right there on the couch because when you're younger, you're not really going off morals or really worried about whether what you do with her is going to have some type of ramification. For one, you're not a buster, so you're not tripping if dude find out. You're willing to do whatever. And at the end of the day, fighting over a piece of cat that ain't yours is just ludicrous. But of course, as a man, you're going to stand your ground because that's just, you feel like no man should ever be able to speak to you in a tone other than respectfully, you know what I mean? So like I've been in situations like that, and then I've seen multiple horror stories of chicks right there. Their man is calling from the pen, or he's calling from, which is kind of your fault if you're in prison and your chick is out there skeezing. When I was in jail, like my whole thing was like, look, I'm gonna write a letter to you and I'm gonna lock you in, but I'm already moving a whole different direction because I only really expect you to stay on at least like a couple of months, and it's not even the fact that my writing skills wasn't able to hold you, because just the way I wrote my letters was, Yeah, I was whipping that. But I went into situations fully expecting for you to only last for a certain amount of time before I went on about my business. So, or you went on about yours, and I had to do time. So I never really took it serious as far as like any real relationship. I mean, I gave them their respect, but as far as really thinking they were gonna hold me down, nah. They had no ties to me, no kids, no real of embracing nothing. I was constantly on lockdowns, constantly doing stuff and moving from prison to prison because I was a mess up. So I couldn't really expect a woman to entertain me, which this is not even to get on about me. It's just putting out there, like, if you're in jail and you're dealing with females and they're just kind of strained, you got to accept it. You on the streets, a lot of you weren't really dealing with these chicks anyway. You might have had her around and then, you know, as you're just your little buddy, and then dissed her. But now that you know that she's the one that really been wanting you the most, you figure, okay, I'm gonna do what I do. Then that's not giving away no trade secrets. It's just a lot of times you feel sentimental in jail. You feel like you can really establish something with these people, and then in the end, it's kind of like, if unless your head is just on right, you're not really tripping. You know that a lot of times you're gone. But and like in this situation, you know what I mean? Like, I just had a a homie to go through the same thing. Like, this dude been thinking his chick was solid since day one. This chick was blowing multiple fools poles. Like, she was so into her pole writing that she just started putting it out there on the internet. She didn't even give my boy a heads up and let him know, like, hey, I'm not really feeling the situation. I'm ready to go. No, the whole time she was catering to him, like the perfect little house buddy. Like, everything he needed, she catered to. And in other situations, I would see that as, like, I would see it as good, because I mean, sometimes you're in a situation, you're down, and you got somebody that really want to look out for you. Like, I mean, you just take it. Like, okay, yeah, like, it's like other fools, Adam 22, or not. His situation is different, but you see what I'm saying? Like, him and his greed. Oh, she doing her thing, but hey, she still comes home to him. And sometimes fools need to suck it up. You know what I mean? Because I mean, to be honest, you don't really care about her anyway. Uh, but for the fools that do really care about these chicks, you can't really trust them, man. Like, I've even seen chicks that I thought that were cool as hell, and then as you go down the line, you start really paying attention to them and seeing their rhetoric and their talk. Their lovesick puppies are constantly falling in and out of love with multiple fools. There's no real direction. There's no real need to establish anything. They're trying to establish something, and they put their all into it, and it's only like 2 months in, they're looking for a husband. And it's like, come on, 2 months in, you're looking for a husband. And then when they find out that this dude ain't the one, they go right to the next. There's no real in between. It's like they put this persona out that, oh, I'm one of those that ain't really jumping into relationships. I'm not gonna give it up on the first day, and then boom, you meet them, and then boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? And then you're doing what you do, and it's no real resistance to it. Like, I'm all for a chick taking power into her hand, and if she wants to smash, smash. Understand that there's consequences to it. I mean, nothing that's detrimental to you, but it might be not really into you. You know what I mean? Of course, I don't have to worry about the situation no more. But before, when I was just and out there doing my thing, yeah, it was an understanding. Like, I'm gonna get you wrapped, and then whatever happens, happens. We got to take it as it come. And for the most part, there's a lot of chicks that actually didn't mind that. Some didn't, and they split. We went our different ways, because at the end of the day, and then I've had chicks that lie and say, "Oh, I'm with this," and then they turn around. And I remember one chick, we was cool as hell, like, for a long time, like, and then even though me and a certain person wasn't together no more, she went out of her way to go tell her, like, "Oh yeah, we did this and that," and then instantly be like, "Oh, well, we can go out," you know what I mean, and rub it in his face. You see what I'm saying? But this is the chick that I thought was just solid, like, and for the most part, I got past. I don't really trip on her, and she living her life. But it's situations like that, you can't really trust no woman. You see it, Jada Pinkett. Like, I can name so much. Dwayne Wade's wife. Look at, she took that fool and took his masculinity and on it. You know what I mean? And on it, and did every other thing to make it emasculate him. Like, it's crazy. But it's the trust that they put in. But don't get me wrong, like, the whole Jada Pinkett thing, I heard that she was, their relationship was open a long time ago, and that she was like, the whole Mark Anthony, you know what I mean? That's why she like it spicy. Like, it's so many different rumors and things that turn out to be factual when you really do your research and or it just unfolds in social media. So like even that situation, but that should tell you right there, like, you know, I see a lot of women haters on the gram. I see a lot of women haters on YouTube because it plays to the algorithm. People like negativity. I'm not here to promote negativity. I'm just here to point it out that a lot of you chicks that be trying to come off like, you know, you give forth this facade like you're just that, you know, honest person and you would never do your man wrong. I've heard that a million times. Like I've got did wrong. The only difference between me and a lot of other cats that are simps is that I can go on about my business, and I always thought get back was the best remedy. So anybody that had did me wrong, I probably went and did something. You know what I mean? Like it's just get back was a must. But then I got to an age to where it no longer mattered, and like I said, now I don't even have to worry about that because at the end of the day, it's like I'm not out there on the street like getting with people. And, you know what I mean? I'm pretty reserved now, which says a lot compared to the way I was when I was younger. But yeah, this is just a quick little video. I mean, it's 11 minutes in, but it's just like, dude, don't trust no chick. Like, I mean, there's some that you'll know who. It's not all chicks. Let me just take that back. Not all chicks gonna be like that, but the majority of them are. So, you know what I mean? And you can tell just by the way they are. When you've been doing it as long as I have, you start recognizing key points. Just like they say they recognize a fuck boy, we recognize a whore. You know what I mean? And I ain't got nothing against whores, but don't lie about it. Like just be straight out. You know what I mean? Like I can respect Adam 22's wife because at least she's out there with it, like getting it and getting paid for it. So at least she doing that. She out front and she's about her man, regardless. So with that being said, I'm your boy Zod, and this video was just me talking mess. And you enjoy the rest of your night. But I got another video coming right after, and I'm out.
Kneel before Zod!